alone together is a very powerful phrase used by Sherry Turkle, who's an American psychologist who's written a lot about the internet. And she has a lot of great insights, I think, among which is the idea that we can be fundamentally lonely and shut off on our own, if you like, bubbles of customized media experience, even when we are in the same room or the same place as other people. Now, I'm slightly skeptical of aspects of this, in part because if you look at an old photograph of a train full of commuters reading their newspapers, you will find that they too were alone together and lost in their pages. And the screens in our pockets are two-way screens. And for me, the more interesting question is, when does technology make us lonely? And when does it make us less lonely? When does it bring us together into spaces where we are sharing in a very intense way our experience? And I find that in some ways we are perhaps more able to seek out people who are like us. We are more intolerant of encounters with strangers, but we are more likely to use our smartphones, say, to go and find a cafe to hang out with someone who shares an interest with us, a friend who's in town. We're more likely to be in constant contact with our family members and go and see them. You know, it leads to physical interactions, but it can make us very much people who spend all their time with people we know and people who don't have ways of meeting strangers and having sort of social serendipity. So I think we perhaps need to try to actively develop a bit of comfort with discomfort, a bit of an ability to put down the phone, not just seek comfort on the screen, and talk to a stranger and have a random experience and take a chance. And that for me is a more refined version of this idea, that we're not so much lonely as cowardly, that we are not so much alone together as perhaps shut off from new experiences by the tightness of our bonds to things we're interested in, the people we know already.